Hi peeps! Very happy to greet you all on a beautiful Saturday. There is something special about today. Yes, it's the World Environment Day. Every year, the 5th of June has been observed, not just observed, it's been celebrated as the World Environment Day. So why not celebrate the environment which provides you with everything that you need? This World Environment Day is all about encouraging awareness and action towards protection of the environment. So every year there is a theme. So what is the theme this year? It is ecosystem restoration. Ecosystem restoration is the process of assisting in restoring the ecosystem which has been degraded, damaged and destroyed. Ecosystem restoration is all about resetting your relation with the nature. If we just take a daily activity, for example, you feel thirsty, you go pick up a bottle of water, have some water, and then you get back to your work. Again, after some time you feel thirsty. You go back to the same place looking for the bottle of water, but you just don't find it because you haven't replaced it there. Wouldn't it have been easier if you could have replaced the bottle of water? Isn't it going to make your life easier? Exactly, that is what the ecosystem is also expecting us to do. Restore the ecosystem. So the UN has come up with a whole decade which will be dedicated for ecosystem restoration, starting from today, 2021 to 2030. Reimagine, recreate and restore. These are the three words the UN has told us to do. So the ecosystem is what supports all kinds of life on the earth. The healthier your ecosystem, the healthier the planet and the healthy we're all going to be. So in order to create a sustainable future for the generations to come and for planet Earth, we need to be looking into restoring our ecosystem. An ecosystem is made up of biotic and abiotic components, which is nothing but living organisms and the physical environment. The interactions between them is what builds up a strong ecosystem, also known as an ecosphere or a biosphere. So what are the main types of ecosystem? Terrestrial and aquatic. Terrestrial is where we are sitting in. Urban areas. A city is in a terrestrial ecosystem, whereas the aquatic ecosystem, as we all know, forms about 70% of the entire Earth. So why is the ecosystem restoration so important? Well, of course, you know that our day-to-day activities, the rising population, the need, the hunger for resources has caused a lot of damage to the environment in an alarming way. The Earth's ecosystem forms a very vital and diverse part of our well-being. So, if not now, then when? So the main ecosystems are the forests, the farmlands, the grasslands, the oceans, the freshwater sources, the mangroves, wetlands, you keep naming it. All of them are equally important for making this planet Earth livable. So if we just look into one of the biggest ecosystems on Earth, the forests, what's better than a mighty forest? Isn't it true that the huge tree cover, the huge forests are what making the Earth a very livable place to live in? Yes. While they are a great source of clean air and water, they are also massive storehouses for the vast amount of carbons that are being released from our day-to-day activities. Yes, they also help in moderating the climate and keep a balance to our global warming. So isn't it important to restore our forests? Well, we may not be able to do the entire forest. Did you know that forests support like more than billions of livelihoods on the earth? Yes, they do. So why not look into restoring our own forests? In today's world, you don't need large spaces of lands to actually create a forest. You could just do it in your backyard, you could do it in your lawns, you can do it in a small space you have. And that's why you need to know about Mr. Shubhendu Sharma. He has created a movement called the A-Forest, where you can actually create forests in your own backyards. Lawn space is available, or if you have a small space of land which is not cultivable anymore, you could create it into a forest. A-Forest has actually created 33 forest covers in over a decade's time. And the interesting part of these forests are that they are self-sustainable forests. And it's also important for us to know about the Forest Man of India, Mr. Jadav Molai Peyang, an environmental activist and a forestry worker who hails from Mahuli in Assam in India, has created more than 550 hectares of forest land on the sandbars of river Brahmaputra. And he has been awarded with the highest civilian award of India, the Padma Shri. Doesn't this all sound inspiring to us? So now you must be wondering, what could I do sitting in an urban ecosystem at the comforts of my home? So here is what you can do as an individual, an organization, or as a group. 3 things. 1. Raise your voice for environmental protection. Like maybe, for example, you strike a conversation with a friend or someone in the near future. Talk to them about protecting your own environment. I'm sure it will instill a lot of ideas in you. 2. Take action. The simplest thing you could do is grow a sapling. And there must be piles of newspapers and cardboards and plastics and other recyclable materials which may be lying over on your lofts or on the storage spaces in your home. Why not give it off to a recycling facility? And number 3, make smart and sustainable choices. If you ever decide to buy something, why not think about it twice? Whether you really need it, or whether it could be like bought from a secondary source, or whether it could be a recycled item that can be bought and used for the same purpose. Yes, there's a lot of thinking you can do that way too. So here's to us celebrating the World Environment Day with the theme Ecosystem Restoration. So definitely share your action towards protecting your environment with the hashtag Generation Restoration on your Instagram. Thank you. This is Moksha, Member of Environment. Let's embrace and celebrate the environment. And before I say goodbye, thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe for more interesting news on the environment.